8 motivation deflations. We're going to get into all 8 in relatively deep detail. We're going to give you all 8, and at the end of the video, we're going to point out the most important one that you need to focus on right now to change the future and the trajectory of your life. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready. Welcome back to Masterclass.
Welcome back. Anna-Marie and Bra Eds, how are you?
I'm good. Let's inflate some people
Let's
with
inflate them,
enthusiasm.
yeah. We're going to plug those holes that are deflating your motivation.
Sure.
Let's do it. Number 1, motivation deflation. You don't know what you want. Many people don't know what they want.
Yeah.
What do you want?
No, that's true. They go to work. They go back home.
Why?
What do you, yeah, exactly that. Why do you go to work? I need to earn a salary. Why do you need to earn a salary? I need to pay for my house. So obviously it's got to start with those small little questions. But the ultimate one is, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Fulfillment.
So someone out there is sitting, asking themselves the same question, I believe, right now. What do you want? If you're asking yourself that question, I suggest you grab a pen and paper, because whatever it is that you're going to think of from now, you need to write it down.
Why?
Only things you write down is something that you've got a contract between you and you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of that. If I write down a goal, I need to sign on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because my word for me is everything.
It's a contract.
It's a contract. Don't fail me, because it's going to be hard, and we're probably going to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But I'm going to write down my goal. This is what I want to achieve in this amount of time. It's measurable, because you don't want to say I want to be a millionaire.
You can't say that.
I want to be a millionaire by, and this is my strategy on how to do it, and I sign.
Yeah.
Boom.
And I also believe that, remember, this is now a contract between you and you. So it's easy at night to say, okay, I didn't make it. But tell people about it.
Yeah.
Go out to your spouse. Go out to friends. Tell them, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I know I talk a lot. And
Yeah.
you all know that. But even in our work environment, if I want to change something, I would go to you and say, Eddie, I'm going to change this.
Yeah.
And you think, Anna-Marie, no, you're not. I'm going to change this. And I would go to Bobby. But I'm testing everyone. And suddenly, I'm keeping myself accountable.
Boom.
Because you might not like the idea, my goal, or what I want. Because it's not what you want, but I want something to happen in our office space. You might not like it, but Bobby might like it. And he's going to keep me accountable.
Yeah.
What I like about sharing your goal with obviously people that you trust is you're making them part of the contract that you signed with yourself. So someone has to keep you accountable.
Like,
Oh, you've
gonna
got a
keep
witness
you-
on that
yeah.
part.
Yeah,
They're
you've
gonna
actually
keep you accountable.
you actually employed 1 or 2 people just to make sure that you achieve your dreams.
Push you on your goal.
So these are our big dreams that we've got. But for the people out there, if you've got a dream to buy your big TV within 6 months, write it down.
Yeah.
Because it's
Absolutely.
easy to walk past and say, oh, I want that. How bad do you want it? If you want it that bad, write it down. So that's something silly. But write it down, share it with your family and your friends,
And then figure out how to
and
make it a
figure out
reality.
how you're going to make it.
The
Absolutely.
plan
That's
of action must also be on that piece of paper.
Yes.
You
You've
definitely
gotta write it
you
down.
need the plan as well, because
Yeah.
wanting it, I mean, everyone out there wants everything.
I want everything.
Yeah, but how to get there is what we never work on.
There we go.
You've got to put down strategy.
Number 2, you're not in control of your psychology. So we always speak of the warrior within us.
Yeah.
If you're not in control of what gets told to the warrior inside of you, you are definitely on a path of deflation.
Speak positive to yourself.
How can you be motivated and fired up if you're telling yourself that you're not good enough? You can't.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Block whatever is putting you down, all the negativity. Block. There needs to be an actual, okay, you a positive thing. Open the door,
It's like
get in.
waking up and saying, gee, I had a bad night's rest. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You'll be tired for the rest of the day.
Don't get out of bed.
Just stay there.
No.
You
Just
already
stay
set-
there.
You already set
No,
in
wake
tone.
up and don't say things like that to yourself.
Number 3, you've made motivation deflation a part of your identity. It's your lingo. It's how you communicate with yourself. It's just a victim card.
Yeah.
I know
Boom.
someone with amazing words. I can do all the motivational to all the people around me, but it's out by 9:30.
Yeah.
Because you need to make it part of your life.
That's the guy that always walk around with their shoulders dropped.
100%.
So you psych them up in the morning, but if you don't make it part of your lifestyle, you're not going to
That's
take it through
pointless.
the day.
100%.
Yeah.
Number 4, you're not aiming high enough. So you are not setting
believing
goals that are high enough.
Yeah.
Very, very nice to measure in a sales environment. You get a person with immense potential. You can see this guy is so gifted. Like, I wish I had his tonality.
Yeah.
In this morning's training, there's a person in our company that I promise you now, if I had that person's tonality, I would be a billionaire. I really would.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. Every
So it's
time
one
he
of the
speaks.
men. That's only the only
100%.
thing I can pick up here.
100%. He's got the best tonality I've ever heard. There's no movie star, there's no radio person. He's got the best tonality. But yet, he will aim for an average target.
Yeah.
He doesn't stretch himself.
It's one of those what's your target for the month? 8. But you did 8 last month. Why is your target 8?
Because I can hit 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
How is that
not.
motivating?
No,
you? It's
it's
a
not.
deflation. You're going to go down that
So
way.
you've got to work for 9, 10.
You're overwhelmed. That's our number 5. So you are
There's
overwhelmed
too many things happening around you.
at the same time. You don't know what to grab, what to leave. You just grab everything and everything goes
What
to
did I
waste.
mention the other day? I go sit back, start cleaning something around me. Just that is for me, clean house.
Yeah.
That's just how I do it. And we all, I think on a daily basis, you get overwhelmed. You get overwhelmed because you're busy with one strategy, something goes wrong, you need to fix that, you go over. And that's what I do. So I just stay back, clean something around me, walk back. And I use that in quite a lot of fields or a lot of areas in my lifestyle.
That's
But
certainly
that
the
is-
jack of all trades story.
Yeah, you need to step out of it, go back, and then focus
Yeah.
and figure out.
Sure.
But once you're in there, you can't figure it out.
Here's a tip. The moment you feel overwhelmed, assess each and every area of your life. So at a stage of my life, I was overwhelmed. I had this feeling that, it's too much pressure. And when I actually went and assessed, I found that the one area that was overwhelming everything else was my relationship with, back then, my fiance. I worked 7 days a week for 10 years straight. Monday to Sunday. I never stopped, including Sundays. And that put immense pressure on our relationship, which was overwhelming because when you're not happy at home, guess what? It transfers the energy into other areas of your life. And not unhappy in the sense of I don't want to be there, but there's a vibe. What did I do? Assess the area. This is what overwhelms me. Have a discussion. How can we work around this so that going forward, we're both happy? We need to have a conversation. And the solution was I stopped working on Sunday. And that's until today, that's the day for my wife.
Yeah.
So if she wants
But
to
it's-
chill out, whatever she wants to do, that area doesn't overwhelm me anymore. It's
The
taken
problem
care
is we know what the problem is, but we sometimes don't want to address it.
Yeah.
And then it starts working on all other areas. So you knew the problem is you hardly ever see her,
Yeah.
and that eventually there's going to be tension. So maybe the tension wasn't even that bad, but you knew the tension is coming because you're pushing the limits
builds
now,
up.
and it builds up. And then every night you're working late, that tension is already in the back of your mind, even though you don't think about it.
It's there.
But yeah,
100%. Number 6, a big one, procrastination.
Yeah. Look, we all have these plans that we've been running in our heads for over 10 years. The good part is, if you don't start, nothing will happen. Should you ever make your first steps, chances, very serious chances of success are guaranteed.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I found myself, maybe 15, 18 minutes scrolling, checking out Instagram stories, Facebook. Like, yes, I haven't seen this individual in many, many years. By the time I realize what's happened, it's an hour already of scrolling. So something that works for me, I know what my dream is, what the end goal is. I know who I want to be. and I just catch myself, ooh, is this taking me closer or further away from my dream and who I want to be?
Yeah.
Definitely further. Get up, go clean something. In your case, Praeds, if you could share, how do you catch yourself out of a situation?
Sure. So planning in the morning, try to compress everything into productivity, right? Yes, you do get caught here and there.
All of us do.
Yeah, one colleague telling you this interesting story and you're thinking it's a 1 minute story, the next thing it's 5 minutes, you're like, you know what, now I'm entertaining this guy for too long.
Now, is that going to bring you money? No, that client out there is going to bring you money.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And you need to have that constant reminder that, listen, this is time to focus.
Move your body.
Yeah.
Move your body.
And once you catch yourself, just push yourself into action
allow
quickly.
yourself leisure time.
Yeah.
Because sitting on Instagram is leisure time. But then you need to know. You need to plan it like it.
Yeah.
Now, I've tried to plan my day every single day of my life, but it is a mess. But in my environment, it's a mess. So I know I've got certain time limits and I pray for more hours every single day. But a lot of time...
You do get more hours. You just need to wake up a bit earlier. That's
no,
how
but
you...
I do.
I know you do. I'm just joking.
The thing is, you will never get through your day, but you can't just leave it. And I've realized exactly what you said. Is that going to bring me money in to sit with that discussion? So I do allow a certain amount. I don't take lunch, so I do allow half an hour of chit-chat in the office. Because I need to speak to my personnel. So I need to allow them to tell me something. So sometimes I would look at my watch and I would look at my keyboard, and I got to a point where I would say, now they know if I start moving my desk and start cleaning up the papers, they know they need to stand up and leave. That's what I do.
It's time to go. Great. Number 7, you're not specific enough. So we ask the young people that are probably trying to hustle and move away from being a survival income status to a lifestyle. What is it that you want from your career within this company?
I want to be a millionaire.
So financial freedom is the
is that the word you guys get?
No, that's the buzzword in our training center. So what does that mean? What does that mean to you? What do you mean? What does it mean? Financial. What does it mean to you?
How are you going to get there, and what does it mean?
What does it mean? No, we don't know. So you need to be specific enough.
Yeah.
So in this year, I'm aiming for this amount of income. It's not going to be R1 million. I need to make 1,372,014.
Or I'm going to pay up my vehicle
Whatever
this
it
year.
is.
Yeah.
So
This
it
is
could
the
be something-
specific amount.
Yeah.
There's no need for only income. It can be any specific. Be specific. My vehicle I just purchased a year ago. I've still got another 3 years to go, but I want to pay it up in full this year.
100%.
And you have to do it, and you need to set a timeline.
Has to
That's
be
the
measurable, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever you do, whatever goals you set, if you don't measure, they're just as pointless.
100%.
Yeah.
So be specific. Great point. Number 8. You're seeking motivation when you should be seeking habits. So if you constantly on I see it in our company, the people that post the most uplifting, rock star type of posts that they copy from Instagram, lowest performers.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
No, but that's
Lowest
the truth. They
performance.
keep on reading that, but have they ever thought of changing the habits?
The habit is
lifestyle?
going on Instagram,
Yeah.
grabbing screenshots and posting it to their friends, where the habit should be going into
But
your
if you-
deals.
If you
Yeah.
read it, just live it out. They don't live it out. Because if you start living it out, your habits will start changing. You can change a habit within 7 days.
100%.
Remember those motivational videos that you watch? They're like a drug. What happens is just within
Psych you out
yeah,
for the
yeah,
moment.
yeah, you just get hyped up and that's it. And when the hype goes, you're still the same person. What you want to do is to go and get more instead
But
instead
yeah.
of working. You
A
know.
couple of months ago, that was our discussion, and that's why we're sitting here. We don't want to do the motivational, but we want to help people getting out of it, not only motivate.
100%.
Motivate you into a plan. I mean, if you're
plan.
just motivated and there's no plan, then what are you motivating?
So on that note, we've got a 5-step process on habits. So first step, identify the habit. So identify a positive habit that will serve you. My positive habit in the morning, I've got a 5 minutes gratitude session with myself. It's only me.
Yeah.
Nobody else is invited. It's me and God, and I'm a spiritual person. Sometimes I'm in a rush. It's in the car. Radio off, everything off. I'm grateful for being able to fill up my lungs with air. I'm grateful for the people around me. I'm grateful to be able to serve, and I'm grateful to be able to go to war with my team.
Yeah.
And that's my habit. That habit serves me so well. When I walk into the office, I'm grateful. Instead of...
Because you already filled your body with positive energy.
Yeah.
Identify that habit.
Not get into that car and the traffic was heavy and you're running late, and this is, even though you're running late, positive energy.
No
That's what you need.
taxi or bad driver in the morning.
You can't see them
Take
because
me out
you're
of my
busy.
gratitude.
No, because you're busy.
I'm
filling
still working
yourself.
on that.
I know a habit that serves
I'm
you. I know
normally
you
glad
well.
about the taxis, and I'm going to tell you why.
Let's get into that.
There's normally 18 to 20, sometimes even more people in a taxi. Can you imagine if there was 20 cars in front of me?
Yeah.
Now there's only one. Yeah. So I love a taxi.
So identifying a habit. Running.
Yeah.
You run every morning.
Every morning.
Every morning you get up and you run.
Yeah.
You identify that habit and you go. And that brings something to your mindset. It brings something to your day that other people
clears your
don't have. 100%. Step number 2. Identify your cue. So what is the cue to activate the habit?
Yeah.
Is it waking up? Is it a certain time? Is it a certain emotion? So Tony Robbins, what a legend. Physiology, that's what he teaches. Physiology determines your mood. If you do this and you slouch, and you do this, your breathing is very shallow.
But even your tonality at that point is
100%.
all wrong.
Yeah.
The moment that I catch myself here, it's a cue. Boom, I need to get into a power posture. That's a habit.
Yeah.
I need to get into a power posture, chin up. I'm breathing, my lungs are open.
I got in trouble because I told
100%.
someone chin up.
Chin up.
Yeah, I got in trouble because of that. I
But
said,
you are a little bit like racy when you tell people stuff. I've seen that before. Step number 3, identify the reward. So I'll give you my example. A year or so ago, I said to myself, if we ever do 300 cars, I'm going to buy myself a Harley Davidson. I said it.
Yeah.
What did I buy?
Sure. You bought yourself a super serious bike.
A Harley Davidson. Did I drive it? Did I ride it?
I'm not sure if you did
No,
ride it
I
yet.
think-
Twice.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Twice
No.
in a year, and I sold it.
Jeez.
But I had a reward. So I pushed myself to 300 cars because the level of complexity to get there, to build the right team, to get the right buy-in from everybody else, to make sure we're at a level where we compete at 300 was very hard. And when we achieved it, I bought a Harley.
I'm glad you did that to me as well last year, because in Jan, you made me set a goal of how much I want to make by the end of the year.
100%.
And that's the best thing.
Did
that
you hit your goal?
I did hit my goal.
100%. We're gonna set a new goal this Jan.
And that's the one thing, now that you've mentioned that, if you ask people what do they want,
Yeah.
and they set a goal, a lot of times when you get there, you realize, okay, I actually wanted more. You remember my whole thing with the leather couch years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saved up for this leather couch, and that money, by the time I got it, the same leather couch, one couch that costed 30,000 Rand, I saved up for a year, and it was 50,000 Rand. So it's like, oh, gee. So I started saving up faster and faster, and I caught up, and I got to that. And I went back to that furniture shop so many times, and I just couldn't get myself to pay that amount of money.
Yeah.
I couldn't get
wrong.
myself to pay that amount.
That's wrong.
But then I realized, is it really what I want?
If it's not what you want,
But
but
that's
you
exactly-
should have a reward.
Yeah.
So the moment that we hit 300 cars, I think that was the 31st or however many days it was. On the 1st, before I did anything else, gratitude, Harley Davidson, Auto Trader. I found one that I liked, I bought it the first day. Because that was the reward I promised myself. I execute. I never rode the bike. The bike means nothing to me. It's just that I've achieved, and this is how I say thank you to myself.
Yeah.
My problem was when I got to that point, now I've got the money, I just couldn't get myself to spend that amount of money on a couch. And you know what, 3 months later, still going to the shop once a week, checking it out. So I knew I wanted it.
Yeah.
I finally found one for a third of the price.
There we go. But you still
Much
got the
nicer.
reward.
I got my reward, but then I realized savings, much better. So for me, I've realized savings is almost that ultimate, and maybe just go out for ice cream.
100%. Execute the routine. Execute the routine. So the routine is wake up, go to the bathroom, have a shower, brush teeth, put on your shoes, go run.
Yep.
Come back, have a cold shower, jump in the car, come to work. That routine serves you. Your mindset is there. Boom. It's a habit. It's a beautiful habit. Do you have a second or third or fourth one that serves you in a positive way?
Whilst driving to work, certainly have to be listening to a book.
Audibles, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
think
that's a
that
habit
is-
that serves you.
That's the only way I forget there's taxi drivers on the road.
No, the
My
Audible is
friends, my
definitely
friends.
the one habit.
Step 5, write it down, make it happen. Again, you're gonna have
Write
a
it
contractual agreement with yourself.
Yep.
Write it down
Yes.
and make it happen. So, out of the 8, we said that we're gonna share with the viewers out there the number one important one. And in my opinion, it was the first one. It was definitely the first one. If you don't know what you want, you're never gonna put habits in place that serve you in order for you to hit your
You
goal.
first need to realize what you want. Out.
What do you want? Clearly identify, this is what I want, this is why I want it, and the how will figure itself out.
As much as harsh as it might sound, if you are alive and you don't know what you want, to me you're just waiting for your last breath.
There we go,
Yeah, you're just
No,
in
no, no.
waiting.
100%. So if you guys enjoyed this talk, if you guys enjoyed the content and you feel it added value, please share with someone else. Also, hit the like button
Subscribe.
And ring a bell.
or ring a bell. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.